As Toastmasters, we are all on the same journey towards similar goals and aspirations. All of us have found we can go farther, faster toward reaching our goals through the strength of Toastmasters. That is a quote by Howard Johnson, not the man who founded the Howard Johnson chain of hotels and restaurants. The Howard I'm talking about was a member of our Toastmasters Club. He joined in December 2013 and attended up until 3 months ago when he passed away. Today, I would like to honor Howard's legacy. I'll be reflecting on how important Toastmasters was to Howard and the impact that that has had on me. I'll always remember Howard for his tall stature. He would glare down at you from the lectern like a reverend preaching from the pulpit. We learned a lot about Howard through his speeches, how he was almost killed in a car crash at age 7, how he was educated in Denmark and spent time working in Malaysia and Israel. He was a fiery speaker, always pushing us through his evaluations to add more volume and vigor to our own speeches. I didn't realize just how important Toastmasters was to Howard until I attended his funeral. When I arrived, there were 3 binders set out for guests to look at. The first was his wedding album. The second was a collection of photos from his world travels. And the third was his Toastmasters binder, full of awards, certificates, and transcripts of his speeches. In addition, during the service, Howard's 2 sisters read from a couple of Howard's Toastmasters speeches, and to close the service, they played a grainy old VHS video of a younger Howard competing in his first speech contest. Clearly, our organization was a major part of his life. But I should have realized this long before the funeral. The evidence was always there. First of all, he convinced his wife, Deanna, to join Toastmasters with him. Now, I know there are a few of us who have dragged our significant others into Toastmasters. Alvin, Aaron, I'm looking at you guys. But it's rare. For most of us, Toastmasters is something we just keep to ourselves, but not for Howard. It was too important. It was something he had to share, and it became a part of their relationship. Now, I suspect Howard may have originally invited Deanna along just so he would have someone to drive him to the meetings, but over time, she became one of our most active and energetic members. The second sign that I should have recognized was that Howard never stopped attending, no matter what else was going on in his life. As he was weakened and emaciated by his multi-year battle with cancer, he still came. His health declined. At one point, it was taking him 20 minutes to shuffle here with his cane from the parking lot all the way to the meeting room. And at one point, he couldn't even walk. He had to be pushed here in a wheelchair, yet still, he came. Howard, ever the stickler for proper Toastmasters etiquette, even then would try to stand up to introduce himself. It was like, Howard, it's okay, remain seated. We can make an exception for you. He was an active Toastmaster until the day he died. The third sign that revealed how important Toastmasters was to Howard was the fact that he extended his relationships beyond the club meeting. On 3 separate occasions, he invited all of us over to his house to share a meal and play games. I'll never forget that first potluck when our club president, Andre, led us through a game of Mafia. We all sat in a circle in Howard's living room with our eyes closed and then opened them and fiercely debated who we would kill and who we would save. I'd never seen anyone in our club organize an event like that before. Not even once, let alone 3 times. Howard recognized that the trust that we're building in here, the camaraderie that we're establishing, doesn't have to be limited to these 4 walls. It doesn't have to stop when our 60 minutes is up. What is Toastmasters to you? Is it a hobby? Is it an obligation that your manager signed you up for? Is it a chore? Oh, I have to give another speech next week. To Howard, Toastmasters was a source of joy, an avenue for creation and expression. It was an opportunity to network and build relationships. Through Toastmasters, you have an opportunity to develop yourself and build up others. This should be the highlight of your week, yet so often we just take it for granted. I've got so much on my plate right now. Nobody will notice if I skip the meeting this week. Sound familiar? Now, whenever I'm tempted to just brush Toastmasters aside, I think about Howard. How he persuaded his wife, his family and friends to come here with him. How he always made it a priority, no matter what else was going on. How he embraced his fellow members as friends. The level of commitment that Howard had was inspiring. And when I reflect on that, it pushes me to do more. I opened with a quote from one of Howard's speeches titled Flying High, and I'll close with another passage from that same speech. "Remember this," Howard said. "We are on this journey together. Each of us has a goal. Whatever your reason for being here, be it professional advancement, personal development, or even social, you bear the wings of Toastmasters. Let's tighten our formation. Together, we can overcome the resistance. Together, we can soar. Together, we can all fly high with Toastmasters."